Okay.
Yeah, that's why I said I love him. I love having his support. You know what I'm saying? His support is like very, very different from what I've had in the past, and how he speaks to me and stuff is very different. There we go. We deserve each other. Like, I want to keep him all to myself. I didn't really.
Remy Ma has been acting in a way that's got a lot of people talking. After cheating on Papoose for several months with his Prot G, easy-to-block captain, she has started sending him explicit videos in an attempt to get his attention back. It seems like Remy thought that these videos would convince Papoose to leave Claressa, but Papoose wasn't swayed at all. Now, Claressa, who Papoose is clearly happy with, is publicly calling out Remy for her behavior. It's as if Remy is now realizing just how big of a mistake it was to walk away from Papoose, but at this point, it seems too late for regrets. What's even more embarrassing is that Remy is sending these videos unasked for, hoping to get a reaction out of Papoose. Meanwhile, Claressa is standing her ground, refusing to be intimidated. She's making it clear that she isn't someone to mess with, especially when it comes to Papoose. The big question everyone is asking is why Remy would try to win Papoose back now, especially when he has clearly moved on with someone else. The reason behind Remy's sudden actions is jealousy. She's envious of everything Claressa represents, everything Remy might have been but isn't. Claressa is a successful boxer with several world championship titles across 5 weight classes. She's a true champion in her own right, someone who has reached the heights of her career. On the other hand, Remy's career never really hit the same peak. She was overshadowed by Nicki Minaj in the rap world, had to serve time in prison, and eventually lost Papoose due to her own infidelity when she cheated with easy-to-block captain. Throughout all of Remy's ups and downs, Papoose was the one who stood by her side, never leaving her despite the mistakes she made. Remy probably thought that Papoose would always be there for her, but once he moved on for good, upgrading his life with Claressa, Remy had a wake-up call. Now, she's scrambling to try to get his attention in whatever way she can, but it's clear that her desperation isn't working. Looking at the bigger picture, it's understandable that Remy thought Papoose would always stick around. After all, he was always there for her, even during her lowest moments. There was a time when he went to great lengths to show his devotion. He even tried to break her out of jail once, risking his own freedom in the process. He had always been loyal to her, even when others turned their backs. But once Papoose moved on and started a life with Claressa, Remy's world turned upside down. Now, she's realizing that the love she took for granted is gone, and she's left trying to do whatever she can to get him back. However, it's clear that Papoose has moved on, and Claressa is a woman who values him in a way that Remy never did. She's strong, successful, and sure of herself, while Remy is left looking for ways to pull Papoose back into her life. It's obvious that Remy's attempts to win him back have less to do with love and more to do with jealousy, insecurity, and control. She's trying to reclaim something she lost, but Papoose has already found someone who can offer him something real. But the bigger question is why Remy thinks she can just walk back into Papoose's life after everything that happened. Is it because she can't bear to see him happy with someone else? Or maybe it's a deeper fear that Claressa represents everything Remy could have been if she had made different choices in her life and career. The truth is, Remy's journey has been much different from Claressa's. There's probably some bitterness mixed in with her feelings, and she may feel that she has lost something she can never get back. This entire situation demonstrates just how complicated relationships can get when betrayal, jealousy, and insecurity are involved. Papoose, who once seemed hopelessly devoted to Remy, has moved on with Claressa. Remy, on the other hand, has been left behind, trying to find a way back into his life. But the damage has been done, and it seems like it's too late for things to go back to how they were. Papoose has found someone who truly values him, while Remy's actions are only making her seem more desperate. It's not shocking that Remy thought Papoose would stick around after all that he did for her. During the time she was incarcerated, Papoose stood by her side for 6 months, visiting her regularly. He risked his own safety and freedom just to be there for her. And when they finally married, they exchanged vows over the phone, separated by prison bars. He never wavered in his commitment to her. But after Remy was released, she began acting out, cheating on Papoose with one of his close friends. It's hard to believe she genuinely thought Papoose would stay with her after that. Instead of begging for Remy to come back, Papoose quickly moved on. To everyone's surprise, he didn't go for someone who was more private or low-key, but instead chose Claressa, a woman who was not only beautiful but also successful and accomplished in her own right. Meanwhile, Remy, who has now moved on with easy-to-block Captain, tried to sabotage Papoose's relationship with Claressa by making negative comments online. In December, she even posted private screenshots of Papoose and Claressa together, trying to paint him in a bad light. But Claressa wasn't having any of it. She fired back, calling out Remy's hypocrisy and pointing out how ridiculous her behavior was. Despite Remy's efforts to stir the pot, Claressa remained unfazed. But Remy didn't stop there. She continued posting screenshots of Papoose and Claressa, even accusing Claressa of trying to sabotage her career by claiming Papoose was telling her to stay quiet about their relationship. Papoose didn't stay quiet either. He responded publicly, sharing his version of the story. He reminded everyone how Remy had cheated on him, even on Christmas Day, and how he had offered to divorce her amicably. He even shared details about an altercation with easy-to-block Captain, calling him super soft. The situation continued to escalate when Claressa's ex-boyfriend, who had been dumped by her, publicly defended her. He threatened Remy if she didn't leave Claressa alone. This caused Remy to back off for a while, but it was clear that she was still trying to cause trouble. As Papoose and Claressa's relationship grew stronger, the public began to tire of Remy's antics. The couple started appearing together more and more, showing off their love and commitment. Claressa publicly admitted that she was in love with Papoose, which solidified their bond and made it clear that they were in it for the long haul. Now, things have gotten even more complicated. There are rumors circulating that Papoose may be planning to propose to Claressa soon. And once again, Remy is panicking. She's acting out by sending explicit pictures and videos, hoping to provoke a reaction from Papoose. It's clear that she's desperate for his attention, even though she knows he's in a committed relationship with Claressa. It's obvious to everyone that Remy's behavior is a desperate attempt to win Papoose back, even though he's already found happiness with someone else. It seems like Papoose isn't interested in going back to her, no matter how hard she tries to get his attention. Public opinion on the situation is divided. Some people feel that Remy really let a good man slip through her fingers, while others believe that she's scared away any potential future relationships with her behavior. Meanwhile, Papoose has found someone who is confident, accomplished, and loving qualities that Remy never offered. So, what do you think? Do you think there's any chance Papoose will go back to Remy after everything that's happened? Or is this the end of the road for their relationship? Feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments below. Remy Ma's attempts to get Papoose back seem to be growing more desperate with each passing day. It's clear that she has a lot of unresolved feelings and regrets about her past actions. But what makes the situation even more complicated is how deeply it reflects her insecurities. She can't seem to accept that Papoose has truly moved on and found happiness with Claressa. Every step Remy takes to try and tear their relationship apart just makes her look more bitter and less in control. Papoose, on the other hand, is focused on building a future with Claressa, a woman who supports him and values him in ways Remy failed to do. Ultimately, this drama highlights how destructive jealousy and unresolved feelings can be, and how important it is to respect the boundaries of relationships once they've ended. Papoose and Claressa's bond only continues to grow stronger, despite Remy's attempts to disrupt their peace. Now, with rumors of a possible proposal, it seems that Papoose's future is firmly set with Claressa, leaving Remy to come to terms with the consequences of her past choices. She can't seem to accept that Papoose has truly moved on and found happiness with Claressa. Every step Remy takes to try and tear their relationship apart just makes her look more bitter and less in control. Papoose, on the other hand, is focused on building a future with Claressa, a woman who supports him and values him in ways Remy failed to do. Ultimately, this drama highlights how destructive jealousy and unresolved feelings can be, and how important it is to respect the boundaries of relationships once they've ended. Papoose and Claressa's bond only continues to grow stronger, despite Remy's attempts to disrupt their peace. Now, with rumors of a possible proposal, it seems that Papoose's future is firmly set with Claressa, leaving Remy to come to terms with the consequences of her past choices.